DLB Network, a place for gamers.
My PSN ID is DLB. My gamer tag, if you, why, you got somebody who wants to add me on the 360? Is that why you're asking? No, I'm joking with you. No, my gamer tag is DJ DLB. Somebody took DLB, so I had to go with my other name because I used to be a DJ. So it's DJ DLB for the 360. So DLB for the PS3, DJ DLB on the Xbox 360. I'm from Sacramento, California, and that's in the United States. Man, a little bit about myself outside of gaming. Well, first and foremost, I'm married. Sorry, ladies. Uh, no, I'm married. I don't have any kids yet. I have 8 nieces and nephews, though. I love them. Have them majority all the time. Um, I have a job, of course. Other than doing DLB Network, I work for a construction company, which I work in the admin department. Other than that, I love sports. I love basketball. Celtics and Lakers are in a championship. It's going to be a classic, but I am going for the Lakers. Yes, I am. Kobe Bryant, that's my boy. Get it done, Kobe. No, but other than that, just chilling with my wife. We have a lake, so go fishing. A little bit of swimming, kicking it with the family. Not really too much, like out in the action. It's not me. I'm more laid back. So, other than gaming, though, that's some of the other stuff that I do. But is there really another life other than gaming? Because I love it that much. Man, my first system. Wow, wow. You're taking me back now. My first system was the original NES. I think that's almost everybody's first system, unless you're Mike Demo. Mike Demo, he has his all beaten age. Not knocking him. That's my boy. Shout out to Mike. No, but yeah, that was my first one, the NES, Super Mario Bros. I had the one with it came with Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt on the same cartridge, so I had that. Man, I used to play Mario Brothers for hours on end, and that's when I started gaming. Other than that, I had the Super Nintendo after that. Then I had the Sega Genesis. Was on once again. Once I got Sega, it was Sonic and Mortal Kombat all day long. That's it. Sonic, Mortal Kombat. That's it. But I'm a huge sports fan, so I had Joe Montana's football. I had Madden. I had Bulls versus Lakers. I had Live. All those, man. That's the Sega Genesis. I believe is when I actually found out that I was a true gamer. That's when I knew that this was it. So after the Genesis, I didn't get the Sega CD and I didn't get the Dreamcast because at that time that's when, and I didn't get the Nintendo 64 because at that time that's when the PlayStation first came out, and that's when I was doing my research on the PlayStation and I was like, that's the system I gotta get. So I got the original PlayStation, and then PlayStation 2 came around, and that's when the Dreamcast came out, and everybody was like, oh, Dreamcast, and I was like, I was done with Sega after the original one. So Dreamcast came out, it was a huge, successful launch. The PS2 came out, huge, successful launch, and then Dreamcast fell off, and then PS2 kept going. And then I didn't get the GameCube, but I did get the Wii, and I have that now. Now that we're in current gen systems, I have the Wii. I have the 360. I have the PS3. I have the PSP. My first ever handheld was the PSP, actually, because I was never really big on handhelds before the PSP. majority of what I do on my PSP before I got an iPod was listen to music, videos. Actually, I was playing old NES games on my PSP when it first came out before I updated the firmware. So, PSP was my first handheld. So, yeah, so those are all the systems that I've had from all the way from the NES up until now. And PC, not big of a PC gamer. I play like the casual PC games, like your solitary and stuff like that. But other than that, not really big on PC games. Man, you are asking some tough questions. Oh man, what's my favorite game of all time? Wow. Well, it has to be something old school. So I would probably have to go with it's between Mario Bros. First one, and then Mario Brothers 3. Those would have to be my that those two would. It's either those two, Mario Brothers or Mario Brothers 3, would definitely have to be one of my favorite games of all time, like the top of the list. So I can't really, because there's a ton of games that came out that I love and that I like, but as far as memories go, because that's what I kind of base it off of. When I base anything off of anything of all time, for me it's like the emotional capture of the game, like what got me really into the game, the memories from then, like who I was playing with. Like I remember, NES, me and my mom all the time, like how many people actually game with their parents. So it would have to be Mario Bros. 1 or Mario Brothers 3, definitely. Uh, Whew, wow. My role with the DLB Network, president and CEO of the company, the host of the PlayStation on Blast podcast, host of the PlayStation on Blast Live show, DLB TV, editor. The list goes on. When you're, an owner of an organization, your job is pretty much limitless. You really don't have a title. Like the DLB network, that is my title, because that's what I'm in charge of. That's what I do. My job is to make sure that the company is organized and focused and headed in the right direction. But as the public likes to give people titles, my title would be president and CEO of DLB Network, and like I said before, host of the podcast and all that other good stuff. But titles aside, I'm a gamer. Nah. But yeah, so that's what I do with the DLB Network.